Good afternoon. Thank you for joining this video. Okay, good. Just want to thank you for joining one more again. Like my last video, I explained that I was, 3 months of break because of sickness and health, and also with job training. But now I'm back, and I just came back on I believe on Sunday, so I'm ready to play again. Very excited for today actually, because I realized that I have some some future plans, of course, for the city. One of the people on the chat had point out something actually about why you don't have railway, and I forgot that I had access to railway, so I'll be planning to do that, but not really like putting down railroads and train stations, but more of a design, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna be destroying houses right away and putting the rail or anything. I'm gonna look at it, see what I can do. The railway actually is not close to my city. It's on the other side of the river, and there will be at least one railway going in and then coming out. I'll probably have three train stations, 2 in the mainland, and then 1 in the on the island. So that's a plan, and again we're gonna design it and we're gonna look at it first. The other one is that we're gonna have a new commercial zoning, probably the high density one, mixed with high density. So high density one. A commercial high density, just a regular one, and then another commercial zoning that is specifically for organic and food produce or something like that, local, organic and local produce, and then another commercial that is for tourism. And I believe there's only 3 tourist. I think there's only 3 commercial zonings, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at the report. So, okay, there was 4 of them. Well, there's 4 of them. So, this one is not a commercial specialization. It's just, just regular commercial, like that, like the buildings that we see in front of us right now. That's just regular one. Now, for tourism, I think this is this one. So there's one for tourism, which I think brings up hotels and some other like clubs kind of way. I believe so. And then leisure, I think that's the one. I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't done these kind of commercial zonings. But one of them, it has the hotels, and I'm pretty sure that's the tourism, because of course you want tourists to be in hotels to stay longer in your city. And I think this one is going to be with some clubs or some kind of party, restaurants, whatever. And then of course we have the organic and local produce, which is pretty awesome. I like that one because it saves you more on electricity and water and stuff like that. But then of course in our commercial zoning on the island, and this is for the island, we'll also have a specialization for offices, and that will bring up some nice tall buildings, some nice tall office buildings that will look pretty nice on the eyes. And then of course our last main goal will be groundbreaking for our new and first university in the city. I put the description on the island because it will be on the island. So let's go ahead and just go back to the island real quick. So this is our island right here. Right now I'm not respecting the directions of the north and south right now. but on the east side of this island, it will be the university. Um, Not sure which one. Maybe I should just put a trade one or some kind of other universities I never tried before. But one of them will be that. And then on the north part, where the you see the road layout, that will be the commercial specialization and office building zoning areas. And I believe on that little square on the northwest part, that will be a small industry zoning. So I can do something about that. And then that's just pretty much it. And then here is the railway right here. Here's the railway. So I only have until this part all the way to this part. So I have access to a railway transportation, and like I said, it's on the other side. There's a city over there, so it's a little far. Um, I probably made a very nice turnaround right here. That may look like that one right there on the right bottom corner, if you can see it right there. So I'll probably make something more realistic, pretty much. You want a realistic kind of railway system here, and that's what I'm going for. And so that railway will just go ahead and cut through the river, or go over the river, and then we'll stop right here, and I'll do something around here. Since I see these houses here, and they're near the highway, and there's a road right there. Yeah, so I might cut through here then, because these houses are really close. They're close to the highway, that's for sure, but they're also connected with one road that's like 4 or 5 squares away from the highway, or the access road. So what I'm saying is that, there's a small, like this, pretty much like this. But then it will look not really nice when a railroad is going through, and it doesn't really look nice to the eye. And I'm trying to go for beauty as well. And so that could be an option, to cut it through here. But then where will it go? So we'll just continue. It will just go over here, and I'll probably make it. I'll probably elevate it so it'll go over this ramp right here, if we can get high enough. And then I'll probably start making it. I'll start probably lowering it at this point, and maybe I can put a train station here if I smooth out the land right here. And so this will be pretty much the first train station here. The second one will probably be in this part. Right now I don't own that land, but I'll go ahead and purchase it. That way I can have more room, and that way I can spread out the city even more. So that's one train station there, and then I'll go ahead and go over the road and the river, and I'm looking at this portion where I can I maybe tear down these. Actually, there's room here actually. I don't think I need to tear down buildings if there's room here. I'm pretty sure there's room there. Yeah. So I forgot how big are these railways? I think the road takes up like 2 squares, I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's only 1 square. Oh yeah, they take up 2. So the railway also takes up 2. Okay. So yeah, and the railway can just go ahead and continue, and gonna have to do something about that highway support, and the railway probably end right here, or probably right here because it's in the middle and everybody can get off, and but the train stations are like this. So yeah, that's one option right there. This is a design right now. I'll probably destroy some buildings just to, get started. But right now it's a design. So that's one way. That's one way from getting from this railway, making it diagonal like how the screen is right now, and connecting it through here. The first train station will be on this corner right here. The train, the railroad will go ahead and cut through these houses. These gone. The railroad will go through. I'll probably elevate it as well because we don't want a railroad connecting through this road. Continuing through it. Because if a train does go by, it will cause traffic. It will slow down traffic, and we don't want that, especially for this area. So the railroad will be elevated, and then there you go. Okay. Yes, the railroad will be elevated. It will cut through. I'm pretty sure the pedestrian walkway will still be there. And this is taking up 2, so there will be enough room for something else. Probably the pedestrian will be gone. In fact, that's another option right there. The pedestrian walkway, we can get rid of that because the space is yeah, it's 2. So we can do that. That means that this bridge will be gone. I have to move it somewhere else. But we can do that. That we can just make that railroad in the back of those houses, just cutting through the neighborhood, still elevated. This will be tricky, but we'll figure out that later. And I continue, and still elevated. So we'll cut through here. I'll do something about the ramp, no problem. Still elevated. Until it gets here, we'll start lowering it, and lowering it, and lowering it, and lowering it, until it gets to this point where we can smooth out the land just a little bit and put a train station here. Another one, that's the second one. And then after that train station, we'll go ahead and continue that railway. It's gonna be weird, and I don't like the physics here, but we'll go ahead and continue that railroad in a downslope, and I'm not saying that it will level out here, but I'm pretty sure it'll still be elevated. In fact, I probably have that elevated still, at least like enough where it'd be high enough for the railroad to go over roads. Not higher than that. I don't want it higher than that, but at that point it will look good. Especially for these roads that will be going, in different places. We don't want it to go through streets. because this will be busy and there will be more housing here, and I'm pretty sure they'll be complaining about the noise, but that's what you get for living in my city. So we'll go ahead and make that elevated. Maybe it will start going down at this point, because if we make it lower in this point, it will not have enough room for the highway. So there will be somewhere. This will be a busy street, so this will be the railroad will be elevated over this road, and we can start lowering it at this point. And lowering and lowering. I think this will connect through this road, and then I'll do something about that column right there, and I'll just cut through, and then train station. The third train station will be in this part. Now for that power line. As of right now, there's two main lines going into the area. Actually, there's only one line. There's only one. There's only one power line connecting both electricity. So that's another goal that I want to do. That this road will connect to this road, and we'll put in some shops here or something. It will be a little difficult to build the houses close to the highway. That way the electricity can transfer over the highway, but as of right now that will be a little difficult. Even right now, yeah, it will be a little difficult. We'll do something about the power line, but it will. It's doable. It's pretty much doable. Okay, so that's one design. Cutting through neighborhoods. First and second train stations on the left side and the right side. Turning and then lowering at this point where that road is, that bridge, I mean. And then the third train station will be the second train station will be on the side. Not this part. The train station will be right here. And then we'll lower. And then where that bar is right now, at the very bottom, that's where the railroad will go through. And it'll keep going through and through, and then the last train station will be on this part. So that's one design. The second design, and pretty much the first design that I was thinking about, is actually cutting through the city, demolishing houses, demolishing buildings, cutting through neighborhoods, cutting through roads, and making its way right in the middle, the heart of this island, and the city, the mainland as well, and then making its way to over here for the third train station. The first train station will be in the middle right here, demolishing houses, destroying everything. The first train station will be probably in this area where it's not developed, and that will that's pretty much it right there. That one didn't seem right to me. That's why my first design is actually this one, and it's detailed. While my second design is actually it's a tyrant. it wants to destroy houses and businesses and buildings, and moving out people, and kicking them out of the houses. And then the third design could, and this is new, this is not what I thought about, and I'm improvising, but this third design can start from here as a train station, go around here, go under this bridge, follow the path just a little bit. And maybe it can... Maybe it can elevate starting here and go over the pedestrian walk. And I think while it's still elevated, it could still go under this bridge because this bridge is very high, elevated to the point where like it's really cool. If it's doable, we can do that. We can put we can make that railroad go through, and it will just follow through. And then the train station will be in this part right here, or somewhere around here. And then it'll go over the river. It will make its way in this part. But then the railroad will end there because there's a power plant here. We can't get rid of that. And there's a canal here. We can't also get rid of that either. The buildings we can get rid of, but I mean it's a small place here. We don't wanna interfere with that. Hey, these buildings are coming along actually. They were small in the first part, but they're becoming a little more. It's really cool. I wish this had like a reflection. We can see the buildings, but it doesn't. Just the lights. Actually, not even the lights. Well, that's one thing I want y'all to think about. Those who created City Skylines, you can create the second game, and maybe we can have a better reflection. Especially the reflection on the windows. It's not even close to what I have right now. Maybe I can find another building here. Well, I'll show it later. Well, so far the only design that I like is actually going in the back of these houses and you know, doing that whatever I said. Because there's no other option unless we can make a railroad go through here, but it's not a busy area. We want to build a railroad and train stations where it is congested with businesses and homes, and we want this railroad transportation to be usable, not just for, you know, transporting goods and stuff, but we want it to be used for pedestrian transportation. And I believe that the first design that we have talked about, the first one that we have talked today, may make sense, and it's doable, and it's cost free pretty much because we don't have to demolish that much, only the pedestrian walk. And also that the only high expense that we can do, we're gonna face is the highway column on the island, the power line right here, so somewhere around here. Yeah, there it is. No, that's a tree. Somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. The power line here. And then the third major expense may be at this part. Oh, and of course, the other major expense will be in this part as well. So the power lines, which there are two, will be the first expense. The pedestrian walk as a second expense. The bridges for the railroad and elevation as a third expense. But the major expense maybe be the column on the island, and then of course this ramp that may get interfered or not, and depending on how far the supports from the railroad can reach, there may be some issues between this point where the tree is to this point or this point. And if that's an issue, we had to revisit this area, and we had to make it in a way where the railroad can go through, and also the people on the highway can get off and get on the highway easily and affordable and time consuming. So the first design is the only one that makes sense right now. The second one was, again, the first one that I thought of on my head yesterday, and I thought it would be good because if you want to build a railroad through the town, you have to destroy some houses, but we're not 1800s. We can do something about it. And there's a third design. Seems actually the third design. The third design actually makes sense if we had a cargo. If we had a cargo port right here, or whatever it's called. If we had a cargo port and a train station or a station here, we can do that in this small island, because we're not using this island here. But that means that I need to make this bridge higher. That way, it won't really. I mean, these ships can go through bridges if they want to. Believe me, I've seen it already. Even if it's like this level, that ship will just go through the bridge. And to make it more realistic, I don't want to have that. That means that this area will be elevated. That's some plans. That's another expense, but that's only for like goods. And it's this one right here. It's the cargo train terminal. Terminal is the right word. Terminal. If we put a terminal here, we can have that one railroad, or the railroad going through that third design that we were talking about, and that will make sense. That way, the pedestrian railway can have its own line, and the cargo line can have its own line, and we'll separate them right here. We don't have to separate like somewhere else. We can literally separate these two lines here, and we can. It looks like that, right? Actually, the cargo, and we won't have no issues. So that's actually a good idea right there. But right now we're only talking about pedestrian railroad, and the first design that we had talked about going through the neighborhoods makes sense. Again, the major expense is, and I also want to include the power lines, which is 1 and 2 here. The second major expense is the highway ramp, which may or may not be in an interference. And then the third major expense will probably be at this highway columns right here. So that's good. I mean, that's something we can think about, and I may start that right now, or in a few minutes, after I put in the zoning. Okay, so right now we can say that we had at least completed one goal in our video, and that's going over the design of the railroad transportation. And that first design we had talked about could be saving us money on demolishing and whatever comes in. So then our second goal will be the commercial zoning and then the university. And I believe we can finish that in no time. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get that started. And again, as always, I'm always quiet while playing the game. So if you hear me, if you don't hear me, don't be alarmed. I'm just quiet in my videos. I don't do a commentary like every other YouTuber or you know, live streamer. I've been told that it's good to interact with your audience, um, and I'm okay with that. Through chat. But like, I like to focus on the game. Uh, you know, I'll shut up, and you'll watch me play. That way you can have some peace from my voice, and just relax and watch what I'm doing. If you have a question, of course you can put it in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. So I don't mind. Other than that, hope you have a great day and thank you for watching. And hopefully you stay and watch. And we'll just go ahead and get started. I'll put the music back on. If you want me to change the music, of course you can always let me know. Or if you want me to, actually, the last video I put on a song request because somebody asked for that, and I didn't get no copyright claim. And I'm not saying that will happen. YouTube, be gentle with me. But if you do have a song request, I can put it on for you. But I'll go ahead and play the music from the radio station that I have here on City Skylines, and hope you have enjoy. Thank you. Okay, so far right now, all right. So far right now, I'm just taking photos of what the construction plans are. Again, our first design that made sense is to cut through the bottom rather than destroying houses. We can just go ahead and build that railroad in the back of where the pedestrian walkway is existing right now, and we'll go ahead and elevate that railway just like this, um, going through this highway intersection, and while making plans, I came to a solution that the railway can go under this bridge, Crescent Bridge, and we can place our train station in this area at its level where the railroad is and the bridge. I mean the highway access road. That's where um, that is where the train station will be placed, and then that railroad will go ahead and go through here. I believe that this curve. I believe that this railway curving like that will not exist. I believe going straight and making I don't know, some kind of, not a tunnel but a dip where the railway can elevate just a little bit so it can level at the level that the ramp is, the access road is right now, and then the train station will be on the top right. I mean the top of that railroad, and that's where people will go ahead and get access to that train station by either road going. I'll build a road going down. I'll make a road from the ramp to the access road, from the access road to the train station. There's a lot of ways to do it. And since I forgot that I bought the content creator, I know, dumb, that I had other stations here. So initially I was gonna build this train station, which is the um, it's the common one. It's like everybody uses it in the first one. But since I have other ones that are maybe beneficial for this area, I can try them. The glass box transport hub doesn't look like it's suitable here. The crossover train station hub is not suitable because we're not having, uh, a double train station, two railways going over. Old market station, again, that's using two railways, or pretty much four, right? So no, I'm not gonna use that one. The sunken island platform. Okay, so that's only for metro, and we can do that actually. Rather than making a train station, but the goal was to use this railway. I want to do metro, but it's better to use the railway that we have right now, and I wanted to make a railway just like this, just like this. We'll do a metro in other ways, especially for from going from highly congested areas to another. But I wanted to make it look more classical, especially for the island area. And speaking of the island, it's close to European areas, and so it will look nice. I mean, it won't look nice for the people living in these apartments, living near a railway. But it's true though. There are some areas that the railway does cut through neighborhoods, and especially in New York and Chicago, there are buildings and apartments um, that have a backyard, and their backyard is the railway. um, So back to the train stations. So here's another one, but this one looks, I think it has double, no, only has the one. We can possibly use this one. In fact, I think I misunderstood this one here. Glass. Oh no, no, I was right. So this one is for Metro, is it? Yes, for Metro. Okay, so this one, we could work with this one. So let's see. Ground Island Platform Train Station. Oh, I like this one. Wish I could put it somewhere. Here it goes. So this looks nice. I remember I saw this one. This will look nice, especially for the slope that we have. But there are two railways going through here. There are two railways going through, so we're not using two railways. We're only using one right now. A dual sounds like more than one. I think it's a metro and a railway. I'm not sure. Again, that's dual again. This one is another one in a. Yeah, it's using two. So the only one that I see that may be usable is this one. Not this one. Oh shoot, it is this one. So this one has two of them. I think it's a metro and a train station. But hey, this might work actually, because again, we're gonna use a metro sooner or later, so this could be usable. In fact, let's put that right now. Let's put this. I wanted to put it here because the railway is right here. So, man, this one's not fitting. I can always delete this one. But the railway is that way. See how it looks right now. Okay, so right now it looks nice. Gonna have to curve it a little bit. In fact, I'll probably maybe it would have been better if I had it curved that way. That way I don't have to deal with this columns right here. I can have it curved that way and it can enter here. Oops. I don't know what I did. Oh, I did a bunch of things. So that was, I don't even know where I'm going. Shit. I can do it like this. Yeah, I'll do it like this because this will be the main road, especially for the university that we built here. So I think that would have been usable. So that, and yeah, we can curve it that way. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. I promise I'll be quiet in a few minutes. I just wanted to go through that. You know what? Let me do what I was planning to do. So so this is what I was doing. I was planning out my budget, of course. So I was doing this, and I was trying to see what areas will be affected. The road right there would not be affected because it's just only the columns doing that weird thing. So I can always fix the columns. That's no big deal. That's nothing to worry about. The elevation of this railway is 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 perfect to go over roads, because like this railway going over that road, it's perfect. So whenever you see that, it's just the columns doing its weird thing. Um, so don't mind that. The only thing we're focusing on is the power lines crossing from the mainland, or I'll call it mainland right now, the mainland to that mountain area, which is right here. That's what's causing that red formation, because we're deleting a power line crossing from that side to the other side, and then the one that's on the right side. The left side is the sidewalk, the bridge, pretty much. That's the pedestrian walkway, so that's what it's affecting as well, and it's costing about I can't read it. It's 10,000. I think that's 4 zeros. Can't read it, but it looks like 10,000 to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 10,000. Or I'm not good with math, and that's wrong. No, 1,000 is 3 zeros. Okay, so yeah, it's 10,000. So it's 10,000. 10,000 thing. Yes, 10,000. So $10,000 to do this. But of course the obstructions are there, so we can't do that right now. Now I already took a picture of that. So the second one is this part. Same elevation. I hope so. Yeah. Okay, same elevation, but it'll be right here, and it's gonna be it's gonna curve. Now this one is costing us about 2,020, and it's deleting 2 houses. Be deleting 2 houses. Gonna demolish these 2 houses just to build this railway. It's okay. These guys can find new homes, but we wanted to do less demolishing, which is good because we were initially doing demolishing for these houses. So we found a better way, and we did this. The pedestrian walkway will not be there, but it didn't seem like anybody was using it. I'm not saying they will, but I didn't see anybody using that pedestrian walkway. Only the bridge. People use the bridge because when they need to get across this busy highway. That's the only one. Okay, so let's continue. So making our way from there. There. There you go. So continue there. We want to continue that road going through here. The railway, I mean. Now the only issue is the height of that ramp. Not really much the height of the train, but the height of the highway ramp. So we want to fix that one, and that's gonna cost money because we need to delete a partial of the ramp, elevate it a little bit, and then still have it slope at a good angle until it hits the intersection, which is right there. Okay, so that's the issue right now. Over the road and that small little thing right there is perfect. It's perfect. The supports they're not interfering with that. So the length of that railway is perfect. It will show it's getting in a way if it shows red or something like it's doing right now. But other than that, it's good. So we don't have to worry about that one. All right, continuing. So we're gonna lower it to this point, and that's perfect. Right now, I'll go ahead and just purchase that right now. See how it's not high enough. So that's good. Eventually, that's good that I did that. That way I can elevate it higher. At this point, I can keep looking at this railway to see how high it need to be. You know, as far as the ramp, and then lower it to its good slope. Now we're taking out power line number 2, which connects the electricity to the industrial area, Brook Hills, a forest industry. So I'll be taking out another power line, and I need to take that one down to build the train station around here. And that's that train station that I was talking about, which is this one. So that's another. I would say that's another major one. The power lines are always majors anyway. So that's one. Wherever I'm putting the train station, I don't know what it looks like right now. Probably being an angle like this. I'm not looking at the roads right now. Right now I'm just looking at the slope and the power lines. The roads I can always bend them. I can always be creative with them. Those are always fixable, and you can curve them in a creative way. What it's not much creative, which to me it isn't, is the power lines for power to transferring power. And the slope. The slope, it's sometimes funny on its way. In its way. Okay, so I'll probably just have it go straight like that. Okay, so it'll probably just end up right here. I'll probably make it like this. So I'm thinking it's gonna be ground level. So in that case, from wherever it's gonna be, I will make that weird slope from there to there. I can do that right now, in fact, but I don't want to because it's not something I'm planning to do right now. It's a major expense. The angle is kind of funny. I don't know where the train station will be, so I can't do that right now. What I did right now was build that road right here. I mean that railway. I keep saying railway. Road. I mean that railway. This railway. This railway. And our railway and train station. So there you have it. That's the plan right now. I haven't demolished anything yet. Actually, I lied. I did demolish something. I demolished one of these roads here. But I put it back, so don't hate me. And then, okay, somebody asked about sidewalks. There's no sidewalks here because this is a draft. This area is a draft right now. In fact, I can always put it back. I can turn it into roads right now until after I complete this railway. I'll go ahead and make these gravel roads into a respectable paved road, and I will start from left to right putting commercial zonings and office zonings. This area will look cool. It will look nice. And I want to say that um, building this train station at this area, it will be really busy. Really busy. So I'm glad that, and I hope this is a metro. I want to make sure if it's a metro. A metro station. Let me see. If I go here. No, I think that I don't even know where I'm going. It would have said dual, wouldn't it? So that thing on the left top corner is just a connection to the road, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it was. So it's not a metro slash train station. Okay, so now I know. Before I built that, um, moving it might be more expensive than 9,000. Well, how much it cost? 45,000. I'll go ahead and keep it, but I'm gonna move it somewhere else. I'll just move it right here, just temporarily. This will actually be on this side. Somewhere on this side. Again, I don't know where, but it will be in that area. Okay. Now then, right now I want a metro and railroad station. So this one says metro, and it has it has 3 lines. I don't want to use that one. This is the only elevated metro. Actually, this is a metro here, I think. Never mind. Ground Island Platform Train Station. Oh, okay, so this is the only one. This is just one, cause that thing on top is to connect to the road. Okay. Oh, and so a little tricky right now. This would be cool, but my railroad is lowered right now. Nope. Nuh-uh. This is something that I didn't want to do, but let's go ahead and do that right now. The future train station will be in this area, but I want it to look like this at an angle. So there will be another train station or a metro station in this area. If this is the metro station here, entry station, I probably want another one here, but it's maybe too close to the area. But I think it looks fine to me. So I'll as of right now, I'll go ahead with that. All right, so it's not gonna work right because it's not. It's not a metro, so there's no connection here then. Okay then. It's a no lead train station. Okay, let's continue to look for it. I think I already went over that one. I went over this one. What's this again? A Sunken dual. Okay. So this is just a dual metro. If I can't find a perfect train station and metro together in one, then I'm gonna have to build another train station for metro only. But I know there is one that's for metro and train station at the same time. I just can't remember what it was. I can always look it up, but I can. I want to test myself. I want to challenge myself. Is it this one? Oh no. Wait. It could be right. It says dual. And I always think dual is the... Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this one then. I don't like doing it, but let's go with that. Doesn't look like it. Maybe that market one that I saw. I swear there's... I thought there was a metro and a train station. No, it just only says train station. Metro, intercity and bus hub. Train and metro here. End station. Ferry exchange. Monorail and bus. Metro and monorail and train. I'm not planning to do any monorails here. So this probably will be useless pretty much. But it's the only one. I mean, there is another one here, but it's too big to fit in here. Wait. It said train and metro. Then how come it's... Let me see. Oh, I see. That's why. This is a train, and this is metro here. Now I got it. So yeah, that's not what I'm planning to do. Then my only option, I believe my only option is this one. I don't like this one. No, I don't like this one. This has the monorails up there. I guess I can do monorail, but this is not a... I don't know. I can do a monorail from here to there. I'm not liking it, but let's see. Here's the train station, of course. Here's the metro, hopefully it's... No, wait. Metro is... There it is. So I'm gonna have to turn it in a funny way. I'll figure it out. And the monorail. Which, like I said, I'm not wanting to use it. I don't even have plans for it. Wow. You know what? It's fine. I'll do a fancy monorail here in this island and in small parts of this area, because I'm not planning, you know what, since this will be like a new land here, this on the top left corner, since that will be a new area to buy, I can have a monorail, you know, do a circular round trip there and go back to the island. And I can purchase right now because I finally got the achievement. Okay, I can have a monorail go around here. Yeah. I'm liking the idea now. Okay. Alright then. So in our next video we'll do that railway connection. Right now I'm just doing the draft. I'm not demolishing anything yet. Except for that road. I demolished it by accident. And then we put in our train station. I'll complete that railway. I'll do something about the metro later on. I'm not focusing on it right now. Right now I'm focusing on the zonings because that's our main goals. The zoning and the railway. And what was our other goal? I forgot about it. Oh, our university. So we'll just go ahead and do that. As of right now, we'll go ahead and again, I'll shut up and you can enjoy the video and the view. Okay, so at this point, I know we have done some progress, especially for the railroad. We did a lot of planning about that, and we just barely start their zoning. But at this time, due to time consuming, I will be ending this live stream in a few minutes, at least like 3 minutes. Um, but thank you very much for joining. I want to appreciate those who are making suggestions, ask questions. Um, that really helped me, especially understanding what I'm doing. Um, and hopefully I can see you in the next video. We will be starting on the construction of the railway. We'll finish the zoning, and we'll go ahead and start the train the university. Um, until then, go ahead and watch the next video for next 2 minutes, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.